Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route. We're here, and none the worse for wear. Would you mind coming over here? I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I? Beg pardon, sir, but...
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you. I asked this good sir to look in on me.
Oh, not this again. How many times have I begged you not to bring strangers into our home?
I know, dear, but this one's a kindly sort. Brought me the wildflowers I needed to make it home when I threw out my back.
'Tis always one reason or another, isn't it? And has it e'er ended well for us? Not once. Mark my words, no one wanders this far out unless they are running from something.
This one's different, I promise you. You've heard tell of the Arisen, have you not? The hero who travels far and wide to track and fell the dragon.
Oh? So this stranger claims to be the Arisen? Believe what you will, but expect no hospitality from me. You may tend to our guest yourself.
You will have to forgive my wife. She has her reasons for being mistrusting, but you deserved a warmer welcome than that. Now let me fetch your reward. Wait here a moment.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Oh! Fie! My back! I've done it in again!
Goat stuffer, when will you learn to be more gentle with yourself?
Oh, hold your tongue! All the gentleness in the world won't stop the hurt from coming on when 'twill. It's only gotten worse of late. There's naught for it but to make for the curative spring.
In your state, you'll ne'er reach it. And that's to say nothing of the monsters that haunt the roads out there. They'll be on you in a moment if they see you limping along on your own. Oh, would that I could take you to the spring myself, but alas,
Don't even think on it, my dear. I'd not ask that of you, knowing how crowded places of that ilk make you feel.
But what are we to do? I fear for you, my love. The hot spring over on the island encampment would do my husband a world of good. But the way is treacherous for an injured man on his lonesome.
Fear not. You'll have your reward. I just need to sit still a moment. You'd be willing to accompany me all that way? You see, my dear, what did I tell you? The Arisen's a goodly sort. I've an eye for people.
Oh, don't be a fool, Gaustaffer. You have barely spoken to this person. What if you were being deceived? Did you think of that?
Come. Surely there are far more clever lies to tell if one's intent is to swindle. I'm not sure I can afford to refuse aid so freely given, my dear.
So be it then. 'Tis plain your mind's made up.
We'd best be along. My back isn't like to fix itself.
Pray see my husband safely to the encampment. I shall await your return.
This curative spring sounds as if 'twould do wonders for an aching back. Let us see the good dwarf there post-haste. Pray, allow me to show you the way. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Freshly rested as we are, this battle comes to the end. We must not let down our guard. You truly are formidable, Arisen. No harm shall come to you.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Follow me, if you would. Let me get that.
I cannot afford to cower.
convinced we could move this boulder if we worked together. Shall we set it rolling? This ox cart was beset by a sail. You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire! This calls for a curative.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries. Pray, follow me.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
A claw mine!
Have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Focus your attacks. Strike fast!
seems we have restrained our foe. Might we not use their range to our advantage?
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Could I trouble you to walk a wee bit slower? My...
Do you feel the ground tremble underfoot? 'Tis proof that the volcano is very much...
Could I trouble you a bit slower? My back is like to...
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
Very well. I shall return.
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Oh, what does this say? Shall we take a closer look? At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows. You have my thoughts.
Come on, put up a fight.
unshaken.
This battle is ours! This curative spring sounds as if 'twould do wonders for an aching back. Let us see the good dwarf there post-haste. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
I've an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
This will not go unpunished.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I'll pick that up. We might have need of it.
What is the meaning of this?
'Tis a ballista, Arisen.
'Tis not how we use this, but when that counts. I imagine it would be most beneficial in combat.
We meet again, Sir Arisen. I'm only sorry that you should have to see me fall into such disgrace. For my failure to protect Her Majesty, I have been relegated to patrol of Volcanic Island. I had thought it a penance I should gladly pay. And yet I cannot forget that while I stand here, the villain who orchestrated the Empress's assassination walks free. Might you not speak with the blackguard who committed the deed? Last I heard, he had yet to name his benefactor. Perhaps you might fare better at breaking his silence.
Let us speak with everyone we can think of who might know aught of use. Over here, if you please. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me. here, Master.
Puh! That's like to make me sick, it is. Still, there's not a swig of newt liquor can't fix, I always say. Bollocks. I'm all out.
Boy there! Come at a fine time, you have. Care for a rotten egg? 'Twas soft boiled right here in the hot spring. 'Tis mostly sand. Won't kill you, or Huh. Bought me some newt liquor, have ye? Many thanks, Cos. Don't mind if I do. Aye, that's the stuff.
There's naught finer than a gulp of newt liquor. After a hot bath, 'tis bliss, pure and simple. But I'll need me a nibble to go with my glug. Down the hatch. Aye, this is a dream come true, 'tis. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz. A soft-boiled egg, specially prepared right here in the hot spring. Time for a few sips.
At last! I've ne'er seen a more welcome sight. The spring here has been visited since times of eld for its curative properties. I only hope to be able to ease the ache in my back. I'll go have my soak now, if 'tis all the same to you. Can't have Cleona fretting over how long I've been gone. Ooh! It twinges a bit.
'Twould seem I owe you a debt of gratitude. And an apology. True to your word, you have seen my husband safely to the spring. I was so afeared for his well-being, I couldn't bring myself to sit at home, waiting, wondering. So I followed you at a distance, though now I see I needn't have. My husband and I are met with persecution everywhere we turn, you see. More than one village we thought to call home has driven us away. That is why we live in so far-flung a place. Gaustaffer can bear the judgment well enough, but I cannot. You, at least, have proven deserving of our trust. My husband was right about you. You are a kind soul, indeed. I shall not soon forget this good turn you've done my husband and I. You are welcome to visit us again, if your travels should happen to take you as far as our abode. I would fain lend you my skills as Magick archer maester. And I'm certain my husband would be only too glad to take up his blacksmith's hammer for your sake.
Sir Cleona.
Short though our acquaintance may be, your kindness and sincerity have earned my respect. And so, to aid you in your duty, I would grant you this technique, my most guarded secret as maester of my art.
Time for a few sips. Bollocks. I'm all out. Well now, if it ain't the... Have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Is that right? Suppose I can indulge you a moment, so long as I've a drink in hand. Consarn it. This bottle's empty. Apologies, cuz. but I can't talk with a parched throat.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Time for a few sips. Bollocks. All out.
Hold on a moment. I'll be needing my fee afore you go in. Well met, sir. Greetings. I expect you must be weary from your travels, but you'll find this hot spring well. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano's natural heat. Take a dip. Always a pleasure. I'll gladly stay a while.
The sooner my duties are concluded. Admirable work. If I keep this up, I might be done before sundown. I'll make a living if I get myself injured. The year. That'll be the day. A sprinkle of misfortune can make a pleasant mind lingering for a spell. Feels eerie with no one.
I know. I ought to keep a clear head.
What brings you here?
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
Ooh, it twinges a bit. Aye, you've my gratitude.
Any interesting tidings to share?
What is your purpose here?
There was a time I myself bore that title. Any interesting tidings to share?
Anendune falumtena, Aidalia Anandor.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Nothing like a soak in the spring to cure one's battle aches. What say you, Master? Shall we set out at once?
Of course.
Time for a few sips. All out.
Some meat would be nice if 'tweren't so costly.
Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
I've weapons to sell. But truth be told, I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave, what with the volcano growing more active of late as well. Always a pleasure. Fancy a gander?
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands. The Arisen is ever prudent in the application of coin.
What ought I to do?
You're no soldier, are you? I expect your journey was a long one then. Planning to stay the night? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged. I'll have an early supper. You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged. What are you up to? You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Always a pleasure.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Well done, Arisen. You have acquired a maester's teaching, an important milestone in mastering any vocation.
I've weapons to sell. But is that really truth be told? I'm of half a mind to pack up and leave. What with the... volcano growing more active of late. Always a pleasure.
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head at least. Much obliged.
One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.